Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm Sarah. This is No BS Beauty. Today I actually had a question about how to help with skin after weight loss. So I thought it was kind of an interesting question worth doing a video on. So if you've lost weight, congrats. It's awesome. It's hard to do for a lot of people. It takes a lot of time and commitment. And so if you've been working on that, losing weight, great. The worst part about losing weight is sagginess, things like that, although it's still worth it in the long run. But it's actually one of the more common issues that people discuss after weight loss, or things like weight loss surgery, things like that. So especially the faster you lose the weight, the harder it is for it to kind of get its firmness back. And also a lot of it depends on certain factors like age, genetics, how much weight you lost, and how fast you lost it. So I've lost, I don't know, a ton of pounds, tens of pounds over the course of about 2 or 3 years. Started out walking, running, quit pop, quit a lot of treats. Cameron does a low carb diet, that helps. So so I've lost a little bit of weight in the meantime, but I do notice my skin isn't as resilient or firm as it used to be. And a lot of it, I think most of it actually probably just takes time for it to kind of, doesn't snap back like a rubber band, especially the older you get. So some things to do that help with the sagginess and things like that. So there's one thing, a lot of people talk about fillers. That's probably the most common thing, or discuss Sculptra. If you're going to do it, see a highly regarded one, because it's a touchy subject. Some people do it and have great luck. A lot of people say it's kind of controversial. Some people have had issues with it. It's not as risk-free as other things you can do, and it's also expensive. So do a lot of research before you decide if you're going to do things like filler or Sculptra. Because once they're in there, they're in there. It's not like, like implanting something. Once it's in there, it's in there. You're not getting it out. And some people say don't do it because it lowers the likelihood of you being able to have a facelift in the future. I don't plan on ever having surgery, or actual surgery like that for a facelift. So I wouldn't put that as a reason, because I think most of us, I don't know, facelift's probably really expensive. But I guess there are people that do it, but I don't know. When I think of surgery where you're put under for vanity reasons, kind of, I don't know. Everyone's got their own decision, so whatever. So fillers are something to, research if you're going to do it. There's also something that's been discussed a lot, volufiline. Is that how you pronounce it? This ingredient that's patented by a company called Serum. I picked it up because I thought I'd do a video about it, but there's a few people online talking about how it's the best thing ever, and you just put it on and it helps with collagen growth and plumping and things like that. Topical. I have a feeling a lot of those comments are probably from the company, or they're being paid to comment. I haven't seen a ton of research that shows, hey, you just apply this $10 serum, and one of the common things they discuss is breasts. Oh, you can increase your cup size by 2. Just put the serum on every night. If it's too good to be true, it usually is. So be cautious of things like that. And you know what? If you get the $10 one, whatever. But I have a feeling the actual patented brand and things like that are probably going to be more expensive than $10. If it's $10 and it's the best thing ever, it's too good to be true. So okay, so there's certain things I do recommend. Let me grab one of them. I didn't grab it. Hang on. Give me 10 seconds. I'm going to grab it. Okay. Forgot to grab it. Collagen peptides. So when these were first kind of coming out and discussed and hyped, I was very down on it, because I thought, you know what, is it possible to just take something and have it help? There's some people discussing that it actually might help. So at first I was very anti it. Now it's you know what, the peptides, and I think it's from bovine collagen peptides, and then it's also got a little bit of protein in there. And they're not very expensive, so I think it's worth trying. At first I was very against it, and now I think there's some anecdotal research and things like that showing that it might actually work. They don't necessarily know how, but I will say my joints and back and things like that feel better when I take these. And they recommend 4 gummies. I just take 2 or 3 of them. And I do notice my back and things aren't as sore. Is it this? Might be. It's anecdotal research, and it's still pretty new, but I think it's worth trying, especially if you're considering other more expensive things. So, but give it time, because I see people posting a lot. Oh, I've been using this for 2 weeks and it doesn't work and it's all hype. And you know what? Most things take longer than that. So give them a while to work. How big is a bot? 120 gummies. So if you take 4 a day, what is that? A month's worth? Yeah, I'm bad at math. A month's worth. So give it a try, but try it for more than a month. Try it for 4 or 5 months. I think it's worth it, especially if you're considering things like Sculptor. That's very, very expensive. I think this is something worth considering. So that's the one I recommend. There's other versions of it and brands and things that sell it. So I was hesitant to recommend it at first, but now I think it's certainly worth a try. Microneedling is something else that might be worth a try in your skin. I would go to a esthetician or dermatologist and have it done, and they can do it with some nice topical products. I think that's a nice way to potentially induce collagen in your skin. There's other things, there's lasers, there's other treatments. Be very cautious with it, because certain things I've heard can heat up the skin, and if it heats up the skin, potentially it can cause fat loss, and I don't think that's what we want. We don't want fat loss on the skin. We want more fat, because then it looks more plump, and I think the issue is already losing too much fat. So we don't want to do anything that will help lose more fat on the face. We want to preserve it, so certain treatments won't work. Red light therapy is something that's absolutely worth a try. You can get some of those red light masks. I can link to the one I bought. I think that is well worth a try. That's another one. Patience is key. Consistency is key. If you use it once or twice a week for a month and then say it didn't work, that's not enough. You need to be committed. Consistency. That's the key. So I think red light therapy is worth it. Check to make sure it doesn't have infrared light, especially if you have hyperpigmentation. Infrared light can cause hyperpigmentation and dark spots. We want the red light. We don't want infrared light. Red light is what we want for the skin. And then there's other topical things that may be worth a try. Retinoids, I think, are always worth a try, especially for anti-aging. Altrino is a prescription that I've been using, and it's really nice. Otherwise, the Geek and Gorgeous A-Game, the Ordinary, they all have retinols, and I think those are worth a try for firming up your skin. They also take time and patience, so give it a few months, and that's something worth trying. Copper peptides, in my opinion, are worth a try, because over time they help with wound healing and perhaps collagen production in skin. So these are a couple of them that I really like. Copper peptide products, this is another one well worth a try, but consistency and patience is going to be key. Vitamin C, or ascorbic acid, is proven to produce collagen deep down in skin, and more collagen gives us more elasticity, which slows and decreases the appearance of sagginess. So ascorbic acid is going to be your best friend. Sunscreen, again, is huge. And then other things, the Skin Medica TNS treatments, these are great for anti-aging and wrinkles, or the Cosrx snail cream. These are also going to be beneficial to plumping your skin. So I think focusing on a well-rounded regimen, focusing on the inside out with the collagen peptides, and then treatments such as red light are all going to be things that are going to be, in the long run, much more affordable than doing things like fillers. If you want to do fillers, just see somebody that's very studied, researched, has a lot of before and after pictures, because it's just something, once it's in there, there's no getting out. So it's nothing you want to mess with or save money on. That's something, if you're going to spend the money, do it the right way. Don't go cheap on it. And if you can't afford it, try some of these options, because I think you might notice a lot. But give it some time, give it a few months, and consistency and patience. So anyway, those are kind of some of my tips with sagginess after weight loss, or just for any reason, for anti-aging, things like that. So Anyway, curious if you guys have any thoughts, comments, questions, or recommendations. Obviously, if you've found something specific that works for you, leave it below. And yeah, so thanks so much, guys. I will see you more tomorrow. Bye, guys.